I saw something on Threads the other day that really resonated with me because I've seen it happen to people that I know. You've had it happen to people you know. You may have even had this happen to yourself. And it's probably one of the shittiest things that you can do to somebody throughout the course of your life that you pretend doesn't affect the person you've done it to, but it absolutely does. Welcome to Better, the podcast about doing better, being better, and leaving the world a better place than we found it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Better, do better, be better, make the world a better place. All right, so couple housekeeping items. Betterpodcast.live. That is our website, betterpodcast.live. We got YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Shorts, email sign up. There's a whole bunch of stuff on that site now. And eventually, as we expand, as our audience gets bigger, we'll have probably some merch and things like that. The next housekeeping item I have is we've had an interesting turn of events when it comes to this podcast, in that we're starting to get some more high profile names that are going to do full length episodes, not just better moments. So that's super cool. And last housekeeping item would be that you should definitely subscribe. All right. Okay. So something I want to talk to you about is I saw a thread the other day, and it made me think about all the times that this has happened to somebody. And I've done it a couple times in my life, and I after looking at this guy's thread about his wife, I realized, it's not like I didn't realize the impact of it, but it hit home. He did a very good job threading out about this incident. And I'm going to read you the threads first, and then I'll talk to you about kind of my thoughts and feelings on it, and maybe talk to you about how I would have felt about it, before, and how I definitely feel about it now. Okay, so sorry about that. So here's number one. I need to get something off my chest. I'm saddened by how flaky people are. Some of you saw that we had my wife's 30th birthday celebration this last weekend. Overall, it was good. But here's the thing. We made enough food expecting 20 to 30 people because we invited a bunch of people. Want to know how many showed up? 8. 8 people came to celebrate this milestone year for my wife. And you know what my wife said to me the day after having time to reflect? I just feel like I'm a forgettable person in people's minds. And that has just broken my heart. My wife is one of the most kind-hearted, loving, and thoughtful people I know. Yes, she's an introvert, and even inviting as many people as she did took a lot for her to do. And to just have like 75% of people just bail on her makes me sad. Frustrated and angry. Sad, frustrated, and angry. Why is it hard to find good friends nowadays? Like, sure, things come up, and we knew a few of those things, but those things only accounted for like 5 people. What about the other 15 to 20 who didn't even text my wife or I saying that they couldn't make it? I'm just sad. And with my 30th birthday coming up, I honestly am feeling discouraged from even celebrating. That's all. And then he sends out one more thread. Since I forgot to mention it in this main thread, 5 of the 10 people were her family members. Mom, dad, 3 siblings. So here's the line that really got me. I was on the second one. No, first one? No, third one? Yeah, second one. Okay. when his wife said, I just feel like I'm a forgettable person in people's minds. So I remember I had I don't know, maybe it was a 14th birthday. I had a 14th birthday. And I was it was earlier than that. It was like 12 or 13 because we had just moved into this community, went to this school, and my parents thought it'd be a good idea for me to basically invite my class, right? There'd be a big cake, we had a big basement, movies, whatever. That my parents went all out. And like nobody showed. Very few people showed. And I remember the next day I went to school and there was this kid, Matthew Morose. And he said he was mocking me for the number of people that showed up. And it stuck with me for quite a while. And then as I got older, got out of school and everything, I started getting invited to, social events. And I tried to go to as many as I could. But a couple of them I got invited to, I just didn't show. And that line, I just feel like I'm a forgettable person in people's minds, just hits home when you think about that. So I don't think I was missed from the ones that I didn't go to, but in general, I generally send a message, and we'll get to that. But sometimes we do stuff and we think, oh, it's perfectly innocent, nobody really cares. But I feel like we know. I looked at the pictures of the birthday and they did like it's like a Lord of the Rings theme or something like that. And they look like an introverted kind of nerdy couple, right? And I can say that being a nerd myself. I think people kind of knew that they should have attended and that they should have probably said, hey, we're not attending, instead of just not showing up. People in general, this doesn't really apply to me, but I know it applies to a lot of people. In general, people have lives that are pretty, just normal, routine. They get up in the morning, they shower, eat breakfast, go to work, get home, do the dishes, clean, do the dishes, take care of their kids, put them to bed, go to bed. They get the occasional fun thing to do. And when it's your 30th birthday and you invite like 25 people and only 8 show, most of them are family, that's all that is all you're doing is sending a message to that person that's celebrating that birthday that they are of very little value. So let's talk about valuing people. There are a few things in the social contract. There are a few things in the social contract that we have with each other that are kind of unspoken rules. It's like the contract that we just sign, the second we accept the fact that we're going to be part of the society. One of those things is that if somebody's expecting you somewhere, show up on time. You don't have to show up early. It's not a job interview. You don't show up 30 minutes early, but on time. And if you're going to be late, send a message. Hey, I'm running behind. I hit a train. Or, hey, I'm running behind. My shower took a little bit longer. My hair took longer to do, or whatever the reason is you're going to be late. But I'm on my way. It's all good. Okay. And oftentimes you can really show someone value by saying, is there anything you'd like me to pick up along the way? Since I'm already late, if you need extra hot dog buns or wine or whatever, let me know. I'll pick it up for you. I got you. I'm late to your thing. You invited me. You did all this. So what do you need? The vast majority of cases, nobody's going to take you up on it, but sometimes they do. And that's okay too. So that's a part of the social contract. The second part of the social contract is you can't make it to somebody's thing, birthday party, graduation, just a day in the backyard for a barbecue, whatever. you tell them. And you tell them with as much notice as possible. With a text message is fine, a few days before. Hey, just letting you know that I had an unfortunate expense this week, and now I had to pick up a shift at work. Or, hey, a week before, I really wanted to come to the party, but unfortunately, a family matter has come up, and I won't be able to attend. Something like that, right? I'd say if it's the day before or the day of, you can't text. You have to call. You got to call and say, you know what? Like, I feel shitty even doing this, but I can't make it tomorrow or today. Something has come up, but, and this is the third part of the social contract, but I'll take you out for lunch one day at work, or I'll take you out for dinner, or let's go to, whatever, some event, or, I'll make it up to you, is the social contract. So 3 things currently: don't be late. And if you're going to be late, send a message and offer to pick something up if they need it. And to make sure that if you're not able to attend, you either text or call, depending on the length of time between. Another thing that just shows people that you value them is, no matter what, no matter how it went, afterwards, if you've gone, as you're leaving, compliment them. Great hosts, great food, love your home, your dog is so cute, your mom was hilarious, I can't believe your boyfriend got that drunk, he was so funny, anything, right? Anything. You could literally say anything as a compliment, because people put a lot of work into it. It's not easy to get a bunch of people to come over to your house, cook all this food, and do all this stuff. People put a lot of effort into it. And I bet you this woman, his wife, who now feels completely devalued by the people in her life, I bet you she spent a lot of time getting ready, getting her hair done. Maybe she went and got her hair cut, got it colored. She picked out this outfit. She, probably did her makeup real nice, did something a little extra. They cooked all this food. They probably had some decorations. They probably, planned out some activities of some sort. I don't know. She did all this, and then nobody showed for her. And then the really crappy part of this is, now she has to see these people, and they're going to act like they didn't do anything wrong. Now there were some people online who were like, well, you invited them. Did they confirm they're coming? Right? And he's like, well, no, but I know they got the invite, and they didn't say they weren't coming, so we thought they were coming. Now, that's a little bit of a mistake on their part, for sure. But another part of the social contract: accept or deny the invite. Say to them, once you get the invite, oh, you know what? That's the day of my kids' hockey camp. Or, oh, you know what? That's a great day. I have nothing going on. I'll put it in my calendar right now. Respond to people. It's like people that don't respond to texts, and then you run into them. You're like, you never respond to my text. You're like, oh yeah, right. I totally blanked. And shut the, come on. You totally blanked. Really? Listen, if you're a 28-year-old white girl and you're telling people that you totally blanked on texting them, they immediately in their head are saying, you're a fucking liar. Because that is not a thing. You can pretend all you want, but it's not a thing. So anyways, I really think that we have gotten to the point where, maybe, I don't know if it's politics, if it's COVID that did it, but I've been noticing lately that we've gotten to the point where we're just not very respectful towards each other. And it's just a little bit of effort required to make somebody feel good, wanted, appreciated. How did he word it? Not forgettable. I just don't know why we can't do these things for each other anymore. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I remember my parents used to have these giant parties in their backyards. And if you wonder what I'm doing, why I keep touching behind my ear here, I got so many mosquito bites this weekend, by the way, at the cabin that it's driving me nuts. They're so itchy. But I digress. My parents used to throw these giant parties in at our house, and people used to respond, yay or nay. Why have we lost that courtesy? It's the little things that make such a difference to people's lives. And you know what, to talk about that. So, Eric Roberts is? Eric Roberts, you might know him from The Dark Knight. Great movie. I have seen lots of movies, lots of TV shows Eric Roberts is in, and he actually has, check this out, this is pretty cool. He has the most film and TV credits of any actor ever to live. Pretty neat. Now, why do I talk about him? Because he's our better moment for this episode. Eric Roberts is going to talk about putting a little effort into your relationships with people.
Jay, Eric Roberts here. Thank you for the congrats on the number of projects I've accrued. That meant a lot. To some people, all those movies are a sign of just not being very discerning. But I love the way you see it. Some people do realize that at a certain point, it felt better to make a filmmaker happy than just to look out for myself. Strategizing in art is really nothing more than gambling. It's too focused on the outcome. At least the way I do it, I feel like I'm giving back. As to your excellent question for your awesome podcast, here's what I can tell you. One instance where I had to do better is actually with fans. Like a lot of public people, I'm actually quite shy and reclusive. I feel at a loss when unscripted. And anytime I walk out my door, I will experience an encounter with an enthusiastic stranger or two. I used to try to just rush through these greetings because I was afraid of not doing it right, I guess. Then I figure out that it was just a matter of kindness. The people I meet are just all heart expressing appreciation, and all I have to do, my only job, is to reciprocate. Now my mission is to make people happy in any small way or ways I can, whether those people are my wife's kids and grandkids, or friends, family, people on set, or even just people I met out in the world. If kindness to others and to yourself is your guide, you're 3/4 of the way there, pal. Love and respect. Peace out. Do you like my balloons?
I love that ending. Peace out. You love my balloons? He seems like such a cool guy. Love to hang out with him. Thank you very much, Eric. Really appreciate it. And you saw a little cut at the beginning there. He was offering me some compliments. I didn't want to necessarily throw those in because I'm still getting used to compliments and stuff. I'm not very good with them. But the reason I threw the better moment with Eric Roberts into this episode is because he said something that I believe really applies here. And that is, he realized it's just a matter of kindness. And I thought about, I have on my arms here, this says conquer fear, and this one says conquer life. Okay. And it's kind of a motto I came up with when I was younger because I was scared of my own damn shadow. And I felt like if I could conquer fear, I could it was like the cheat code to life. Right. But it's just a matter of kindness is actually a really interesting motto. Because if you lead with that, you will almost always do the right thing, which would be pretty cool. I'm no pushover, and I've definitely had my moments in life where I have been very far from a pushover. I believe in strength and power, and I believe in the traditional archetype of what a man is, as a protector, as a provider, as the strength at the door when the people with pitchforks are trying to come through, so to speak. But I also, can see the value uh, in kindness. And that's what we're talking about here. I'm saying small little things that we should all know. And I feel like so many people have forgotten these things. So, shorter episode today. I just want you to really think this one through. Okay. So think about the two lines. I just feel like I'm a forgettable person in people's minds. That is how you make someone feel when you're not kind to them. It's just a matter of kindness. If you take a moment to think that through, you realize how easy it can be to turn I just feel like I'm a forgettable person in people's minds to something like, I can't believe all those people showed up for me. Or it was really nice of them to let me know they can't come and that we were going to have lunch next week, or whatever. But if you lead with, it's just a matter of kindness, no one will have to say or feel like this guy's wife did. So it's just a matter of kindness. Drill it in. Helping someone, doing something nice for someone, showing up for someone. And let's be honest, with this example, we're talking about showing up for a party and they made food for everybody. I mean, I don't understand. Like, they're literally doing you the kindness for her birthday and people were mean. Doesn't make any sense to me. By the way, why this is something that's really bothering me. I don't celebrate my birthday. This is just kind of an aside. I don't celebrate my birthday, but why is it that the birthday person is always planning their own parties these days and cooking and doing all, like, listen, if you're with a partner, if you're a best friend to somebody, if you're a son or a daughter to somebody, ask that person, what would you like and what would you like to do for your birthday? And then do it. And don't make them do it. Don't make them put in the work. It's ridiculous. It's their day. We have, let's say the average person, let's say we'll just average it out. I think it's 79, 83. So let's say it's like 81. Okay. We'll say 81 is the average lifespan of a person. Okay. How many special days does the average person have? Your birthday. So you got 81 days there. You've got, let's see, maybe a marriage. So that's like 82 days, we'll say. Maybe they get a new job. So that's 83 days. And then you've got maybe a couple promotions, 84, 85. What else? I mean, let's throw in, let's be really generous and say there's 100 more days in a person's life where they get to be celebrated. Okay, so let's say 100, let's just round it up. Let's say there's 200 days in a person's 81-year life that they have a chance to be celebrated. So 81 years, 365 days in a year. That's like 29,000-ish, 30,000 days in a person's life of 81 years. 200 days of like, let's just round up because we rounded up on the days. So 30,000 days. Okay. So that means 29,800 days of the average person who lives to 81's life is just another day. Celebrate. I mean, even if you had 20 birthdays a year that you go to, or 20 celebrations of somebody's life for a year that you go to, or let's put 20 a month. Okay. No, 20 a month would be a lot. 20 a year. That's not like it's not like people are asking you to come and watch an execution. It's not like people are asking to come over so that you can sit there and watch a slideshow of their baby making different faces for 3 hours. It's not like they're asking you to come over so that they can Dexter you. They're asking you to come over so that you can have a celebration, so that you can break bread, have drinks, play games, chat, whatever. So I don't know. I really struggle with this one because it's really simple to do right by people in this regard. And I really hope that you guys will give this a little more thought, because I know I will. I haven't done it in a long time, but I know I will. A couple of friends did it to me recently where they didn't show up for something that meant a lot to the person who was hosting. And they had some really lame excuse afterwards. And some of them were like, we're not even going to give an excuse. We just didn't show. It's unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary because it's just a matter of kindness. That's it. It's just a matter of kindness. Thanks for checking out Better. If you got to the end, it must mean you liked the episode, right? So how about 5 stars? Maybe a sub, maybe a share. Great universal common points. And good luck on your better journey.